At ClearShield, the potential threat of a knife attack is taken very seriously. Here we're demonstrating the Australian standard knife attack test. This test requires the security screen material to withstand a repetitive knife attack. After 3 slashing attempts, the penetration of the mesh must be less than 150 millimeters. We put ClearShield to the ultimate test and contracted the Azuma Design Testing Facility of New South Wales, NATA accredited, to test ClearShield well beyond the standards requirements. The results are impressive to say the least. ClearShield's domestic grade screen withstood over 20 cycles of the AS4483 test and still did not fail. That's 60 successive stabs with a knife. When we put other security screens through the same independent test, it was clear that not all security screens are the same. For most of us, the security of our home or business is reliant on the strength of our windows and doors. The Australian standard for security doors and security screens demands compliance with AS5041. Part of the physical assessment for this standard requires the security door or screen to withstand 5 hits from an impact ball at 100 joules of energy. The Azuma Design Testing Facility of New South Wales not only put ClearShield's ultra-strength design to the test, it trialled way beyond the standards requirements. And the result? Outstanding. The sample withstood over 10 cycles of testing and still did not fail. That's 50 hefty blows without breaking. The difference between intruders getting into your property or not is heavily dependent on the strength of your doors. Whilst there is no requirement for a joiner bar in ClearShield doors to ensure it meets Australian standards, we contracted the Azuma Design Testing Facility to put the ultra-strength joiner bar through its paces anyway. What you are seeing is the joiner bar undergoing punishment from an impact ball at 100 joules of energy in 5 successive blows. As expected, the results are impressive. The sample withstood over 10 cycles of the test and still did not fail. That's 50 severe poundings without breaking. When we put other security doors through the same independent test, it was clear that not all screen doors are the same.
We grew up in the fly screen business with our parents. Mum and Dad had a fly screen business. They started in 1965. It was called Louis Fly Screens. School holidays, after school, you know, we'd be involved one way or another. Mum and Dad's business evolved with fly screens into security doors in the 80s, and our dad was the first one to take on a security door product, and we just landed on one of our benches at work, and Dad and I were looking at each other. We didn't know what to do, but we were just told to put it together and go out there and sell them. And
we've learnt a lot over the years, and you know, we were making grill products, you know, your expanded grill mesh type products, and fitting into people's homes, and gave us a lot of experience dealing with people face to face. And we learnt a lot about manufacturing. We learnt a lot about you know, how the security standards would change over the years.
Our competitors had come to us and said, look, you know, we want you guys to sell our product. and I just knock them all on the head. I mean, we just weren't happy with any of them. You know, we just didn't like the woven wire at all. And I got on the internet and I found this company that was manufacturing perforated sheet for the mining industry. And I said, Jamie, look, have a look at this, mate. This is great stuff. If we could just get this refined, and we've got to get that hole sizing right. I think it's close, but it's not close enough. You know, we've got to get it close to keep the flies and the mosquitoes out. We need it right so it's ventilation, because it's got to be a fly screen, but you know, it's a stainless steel one that they can't penetrate, you know?
Look, Australia's a tropical climate, and in certain regions we have mosquitoes. We even sent it up to Japan and got it tested with the smallest mosquitoes in the world. We use the tiger mosquito that's found in Japan, and we sent it to a university then and said, guys, test it, see if your little fellas can get through there. And they couldn't do it. They just couldn't get through. So if those little guys can't get through, our big mozzies won't get through it.
I felt like we were halfway there, but you know, we need an aluminium frame for this to connect to. There was no insulation, so I said, we've got to make sure we do this right, mate. You know, we need an insulating member there, and that's got to fit in with everything. We've got to bend the edge up so that it retains in the aluminium frame. So we've got the security side of it covered, and then we need something to lock it together.
When you look at it from an engineering perspective, you say, yeah, okay, that's going to work. That's going to be a lot stronger than just having a flat sheet in a frame. Yes, by bending it and by putting insulating and bead in there to hold it all in is great, but what works in theory doesn't always work in practice.
We didn't know if we had a complete security product until we made sure that we went to the relevant testing authorities and we had to pass all the standards. So that was pretty exciting too, you know, to go through all the tests and get that accreditation. Once we did the testing, well, that was it. I knew then, you know, we're really onto it. So we gave it a name, called it ClearShield.
It's very different to all of the other products that are on the market. You know, they all comprise of a woven mesh system. All the stainless steel security screens are all comprised of woven mesh. And ClearShield is very unique to the consumer in that it's very smooth, you can touch it, and you know, it's very easy to clean as well.
There's 4 parts to ClearShield. What you see there is the sheet, which is visually, everybody sees that, and that's what's attractive, and it's unique and different.
You know, this is made from a solid piece of stainless steel. It's punched in a machine with a 300-ton press that punches holes straight through. It's about getting the quality right and the selection of the product to suit its purpose. What we do is we bend the stainless steel on a 90-degree angle. Okay, so it's got a folded edge right around the whole sheet. It's then insulated with a specially designed PVC insulating piece that fits over the edge of the screen. So that stops any galvanic corrosion between your aluminium and your stainless steel, your dissimilar metals. Okay, so they don't come in any direct contact between those two dissimilar metals. That's then placed inside the frame in a specially designed groove. So that bend is held within a zone in the frame. Okay, and then on top of that we put in a locking bead, and that locking bead retains the whole bent edge of that sheet into the frame. So it's held in for the full perimeter of the sheet. We have come from the background where we're dealing with the Mr. and Mrs. Jones and the elderly people and going in and fitting their doors and quite often hanging a clock, because George told the old lady that I'd go in there and put a clock up for her, or, you know, putting the numbers on the letterbox, that sort of thing. You get a personal attachment to the customer, and you then understand what people really want, and we understand that. And, you know, I mean, we even get our competitors off the record saying to us, yeah, we know you got the best product. It's great. We would love to be able to make it.
I travel all over the country and I get to see our product just about everywhere. You know, it's amazing. I can go down to a corner shop or to commercial premises, or we might be visiting someone, and it's just mind-blowing to see my product, and I get a real buzz out of that. But to go to Japan and even, you know, through Southeast Asia and see some of our product there, it's just unbelievable. What really brings it home to me is, you know, when my wife says to me that because I'm away a lot travelling, that she feels safe behind ClearShield at home. And how safe they feel behind ClearShield is just even more special.
Yeah, and you know, I'm the same. Look, I get no greater satisfaction than driving down the road with my kids in the car and they say, hey Dad, look, there's ClearShield on that home. And it's not about me, it's not about George, it's about your family, and it's about where our dad started, you know. He started at home in the lounge room making fly screens, you know. And it's about getting to those heights and seeing that you've really achieved something. When we grew up, we saw with our father, it was his drive and he wanted to be that person, you know, and we're proud to know that we've reached that goal. We've done what he wanted to do. And it's a shame he's not here with us today to see it all happen, but yeah, I'm sure he's up there looking down on us. Don't cry, George.
Introducing the greatest leap forward in cyclonic debris protection technology. ClearShield's Ultra Cyclonic Debris Screen. Cyclonic debris protection is a necessity in the northern region of Australia, which is one of the most active cyclonic areas in the world. Every year, this area is subject to many extreme weather events that often cause major destruction to property and a real threat to human life. In actual fact, the strongest wind gust ever recorded on the Australian mainland was 267 kilometres per hour. This gust was recorded during Cyclone Vance at 11:50 a.m. Western Standard Time on the 22nd of March 1999 at Learmonth Meteorological Office, 35 kilometres south of Exmouth. Recent changes to the Australian standard for cyclonic debris screens has brought new challenges to the building industry for constructing homes and buildings in the cyclonic regions of Australia. The new Australian standard requirements have raised the bar on the level of debris impact resistance in some areas many times that was specified in the old standard. The team at ClearShield Australia's Research and Development Department has worked tirelessly since 2009 in anticipation of these changes to develop a solution. These efforts have resulted in the creation of something very unique. ClearShield has developed a standalone screen system to be fully compliant to the requirement of the new Australian standard. Cyclonic debris screens that are tested to meet the stringent Australian standard are required to withstand the impact of a 4-kilogram piece of hardwood, travelling at speeds of up to 156 kilometres per hour. This equates to around 3,800 joules of impact energy resistance.
3, 2, 1, fire.
The test demonstrated here shows the screen being tested with a green foam material behind the screen, which is used to measure the amount the screen stretches under impact. Independent testing of the screen without any material behind it also shows it complies with the Australian standard.
Yeah, that's great.
Yeah, it's a good result.
Yep, excellent.
Demonstrated here is how ClearShield's latest innovation works. ClearShield's energy tube works much like a shock absorber on your car and takes a great deal of the impact energy that would normally be distributed to the screen, which would cause increased damage and possible failure of the protective screen. The deformable energy tube device housed inside the specially designed mount frame is made from a flexible Santoprene material that acts as a sacrificial energy absorber under impact. This new design reduces the deflection of the screen material, which gives designers and applicators a distinct advantage by reducing the distance the screen needs to be from the glass surface of the window to prevent breakage of the glass. This unique design is currently patent pending in Australia and the United States of America. Through many years as a market leader in the security and cyclone debris screening industry in Australia, ClearShield Australia has long been recognised as the product innovators in this field. ClearShield is available in a complementary range of designs, from the flagship security door, security screens, emergency escape screens and bushfire resistant screening to the Cyclone Shield. ClearShield is sold by over 30 licensed ClearShield manufacturers around Australia. ClearShield. Go to clearshield.com.au.
Hi, I'm Dennis Cometti. If you're looking to secure your home or commercial project, you must consider ClearShield security doors and screens. ClearShield is an Australian manufactured, multi-award winning innovative product that's made from a single sheet of perforated stainless steel. Unlike woven wire products, you can see and feel ClearShield's smooth, premium quality. Its one-piece superior strength is designed to exceed Australian security standards. But as they say in the ads, that's not all. Because ClearShield has emergency screens for fire exits. Plus, they look fabulous, are easy to clean, have a 15-year warranty, and here's the big one. ClearShield lets you enjoy your views like no other security screen. So shield your home, not your views. Make it clear you want ClearShield.
Have you ever woken up in the morning thinking you've left the front door open and come out in a cold sweat wondering whether someone is inside your home? It's not so much about the things that could be stolen, it's about the thought of the wife and kids being hurt. Well, I've got something to show you that'll have you leaving the front door open as long as you like, whenever you like, sleeping peacefully knowing that no intruder will ever get in. You and the family can relax with the knowledge that your home has an invisible shield keeping you safe and secure. It's ClearShield, makers of the strongest security screens in Australia. ClearShield fabricates and installs this world-leading range of patented door, window and ventilation security systems that are manufactured under licence right here in WA. The screens are created using stainless steel punch plate technology, delivering an elegant finish that will complement any style of building. If you do feel compelled to get up in the middle of the night to check whether the door's open, make sure you have a good look. Because ClearShield is so transparent, you might think it's still open. Unlike traditional screens, there are no ugly bars or grills used for strength. ClearShield's design features a seamless finish, leaving a smooth, flat surface with optimum visibility. What's more, they not only protect you against large intruders breaking in and escaping with all your stuff, they also guard you against the very small, like flies and mosquitoes. They're an energy efficient product too, scoring a 3.5-star rating, which equates to about 45% reduction in solar heating, radiation and overall energy consumption. But the best part is the screens have been rigorously tested, which I'll now happily demonstrate. ClearShield security screens are resistant to the forces of knives and screwdrivers, and in fact, they exceed the Australian standards by 10 times. Now, Steve, you're the General Sales Manager of ClearShield, so I guess you're the perfect person to expose some of its success. Where does its strength come from? It's actually one piece, isn't it?
Yeah, it's completely see-through, so it doesn't look strong because of its beauty. But if you go and bang your head on it, that's a sheet of steel, Dan. Yeah. You won't get through that one.
And you've done a lot of testing with this sort of thing as well, so...
Oh, we've done a lot of testing. We will protect you against the cyclone. So it's going to protect Mr. and Mrs. Jones down here.
And that's actually somewhere where you market them too, isn't it, up north?
Northwest, you betcha.
Oh, fantastic. It's actually designed so smoothly as well, isn't it? It's not the sort of thing, because traditionally you can graze yourself on fly wires and that sort of thing.
Yeah, look, if our competitors have great products, but it's actually a woven product, so it actually accumulates dust and dirt, and it's very hard to clean. It takes a lot more to clean it as well. So ours, smooth surface, just wipe it off.
By the way, all ClearShield installers are company employed and licensed. They're not subcontractors. So not only is the standard high, you don't need to worry about the old trust factor. In fact, ClearShield's 25-year warranty means that it's guaranteed longer than the normal home. At this point, you might be thinking, gee, that's an awful lot for something that I thought was relatively simple. There's a good reason why though. ClearShield is the best of its kind on the market. Now, if you'd like to know more, go to westrealestate.com.au and follow the links. You know, there's something else you can do with it as well. Walk through walls. A few weeks ago on the show, I found a product that knocked me off my feet, literally. It was toward the end of a shoot for ClearShield stainless steel security screens when I was asked to whack one with a tie lever, hard. Now the pressure was on because this, of course, was not only requested by the owner of the company, it was his house. What happened next was almost unbelievable. Nothing, which was a bit of a letdown, I know, but as the camera rolled expecting Logie winning annihilation, and I attacked the surface with an almighty force, all that resulted was a barely visible depression no larger than a 20-cent piece. For that very reason, they're back, which is my chance to find out more. Now, we already know that ClearShield screens are manufactured around the world, which includes all of Australia. Their innovative technology means they can design their rather elegant, almost transparent screens out of one complete piece of perforated stainless steel. The beauty of this, there's no ugly crossbars. But I still want to know more. So Peter, you're the manager here at St. Louis. When you replace or upgrade the villas, you actually choose ClearShield screens to protect your residents, don't you?
We do. We found that ClearShield is a market leader, and so we've gone along with them. Security is very important for our village people here, and the aesthetics also very important too, Dan.
And they're actually quite a safe screen, aren't they? They've gone from the traditional, if you fall on a screen in the past, it might graze you and take some skin off. They don't do these, do they?
No, they don't. In fact, I had an experience the other day and there was no damage done at all.
Steve, last week you had me whacking this product with a tyre lever.
Sure did.
What's this?
Well, that's a ClearShield
Yeah.
product. There's a potato.
Thank you.
This is a woven wire product. I want you to put your potato on the product, rub as hard as you can. Bit of a difference?
There's no mess at all.
Exactly, exactly. So if you imagine that skin for an older person, it could shred. Now I'm going to try and clean it. I'm going to have to go and get a tap.
Yeah, that's not coming out at all, is it?
No, mate.
I know what you're thinking. Where's that been all my life? The finish is that smooth, these screens couldn't bruise a banana. This isn't just a story about strength and smoothness. Now, this is a product that's been tested and approved for bushfire applications, and it's used in cyclone shelters too. And let's not forget the reason why they suit the Aussie environment the most. They keep the insects on the right side of the wall, even the tiniest. But after all that talk about quality, you know what? The thing that originally caught my eye was simply the way they look. These things are remarkably stylish. If you'd like to know more about this wonderful product, go to westrealestate.com.au and follow the links. Being a show that's passionate about property, we take great pride each week in discovering those products we think you'll love the most and then passing on as much as we can about it within a 3-minute window. So when something exceptional falls in our lap, it's hard to resist not putting it to the test, seeing how far it sort of bends before it breaks. This is a story about security screens. Not just any, these are some of the best. They're manufactured around the globe by ClearShield Stainless Steel, who create somewhat unique screens and doors, moulding innovative technology into their elegant designs. It's a complement to any style of building, without doubt. Now, we've had these guys on the show a couple of times now, and I think we've agreed this is a product that for a number of reasons we're going to see popping up all over the place. The pros? A smooth, scratch-free surface that's easy to clean and almost impossible to break. The cons? None so far. Steve, great to have you on the show again.
Thanks, Dan.
Mate, you're becoming a regular, and this is your 3rd visit. We've tested this product with around the home. It's fantastic. It's also a great alternative to aged care facilities.
Yes, it is.
Where do we go from here?
Well, firstly, on the residential market, we're very proud of that product. It's a premium product. The aged care facility, we're super because it's a much safer product for the elderly people. But where we go from here, Dan, is cyclone protection. We're super excited about that. We've got toys and we're boys. Would you like to see the biggest gun?
A gun?
Yeah.
What are we doing?
Firing it.
Oh, mate, let's go. We finally have some fun on this show.
Yeah. Dan, I'd like to introduce you to Jamie Katsikas.
Jamie.
G'day, Dan.
And
how
his
are you?
piece of wood.
Great to meet you.
I think
Thanks,
I'll
Steve.
leave.
Oh, well, you're not going to hit me with this, eh?
No, certainly not, Dan.
I'm assuming it's got something to do with this.
Yep.
Is this the gun?
Yes, this is our air cannon.
Oh, how's this work?
Okay, what we do is we load it up with a piece of wood, weighing 4 kilograms.
Yep.
Slides in here. We charge her up and we fire that piece of wood at our screen at up to 156 kilometres an hour.
And how does it react?
As you can see, all it does is it puts a dent in the screen, but it protects people from the flying debris in cyclonic region.
Yeah, it's perfect. And I guess all the standards, the Australian standards for cyclonic debris screens have changed recently.
Yes, they have.
ClearShield reacted to that?
Yep. Well, look, we've been testing for quite some time now, and we've reached the mark. We've got products that suffice that new standard.
So any new technology that?
Yep. Yeah, well, we have a patent pending design of our new energy absorbing frame, and that's actually part of the secret behind our screen, Dan.
In fact, this stuff is so strong, it meets the new Australian standards for public cyclone shelters. Of course, if you'd like to know more, and let's face it, who wouldn't, go to westrealestate.com.au, follow the links. Isn't it refreshing to see there's still people out there that are driven to create something that lasts, to discover the potential of a product, rather than being drawn by the influences of cost cutting? Here's to quality, I say.
Last year, Dan Paris introduced you to ClearShield security systems. He got to fire a cannon at one. He even got to hit one with a hammer to see if they'd bend, and they didn't. Well, this year the guys have decided to up the ante, and they've got a professional testing company involved who I'm told have a bigger cannon. Craig, how are you?
I'm good, thank you.
Now, what is it that a Zuma Design does?
Zuma Design is an independent testing facility for the Australian window and door industry. We test windows and doors for their physical attributes.
Now, we're heading out to your Canning Vale laboratory. Will the ClearShield security system hold up? Well, you're going to have to come with me and find out. Steve, how are you?
Very well, Aaron. You?
Oh, man, I'm excited. I've just spoken to Craig. We're here at the Zuma laboratories. I can see the big cannon, which I want to fire, I've got to tell you.
Right.
But for the people at home that don't know what ClearShield is, what is it?
Well, it's a security product. If you want to protect your family in your home, you need to buy, firstly, steel, stainless steel. Other products do not cut it, Aaron, not at all.
Now, this product, you can see it's smooth, it looks great, it feels great. It definitely feels like it's going to add a level of security to your house. Now, if this wasn't already ClearShield's toughest product, you actually have a tougher product from ClearShield.
We call it Extreme. Bit of fun. But what we did is, our Australian Design Award winning Cyclone product has 1.5 steel in it. And one of my guys in the factory said, why can't we give that to Mr. and Mrs. Smith?
Okay.
I said, I don't know. So we researched, we did it.
Let me
there
look
it
at
is.
it.
Have a look at the difference.
You know me, I don't want to just be told they're great. I want to see it's great. Let's go fire the cannon.
Let's do it. Come on.
I can't wait. Jamie, how are you?
G'day, Aaron. How are you?
Oh, I'm excited. I'm one step closer to seeing the big cannon going off. Now, what is the test we're about to see?
Okay, we're going to subject our domestic-grade ClearShield product, okay, to a test that's used for cyclonic debris, roughly about 400 joules of impact.
All that's left is to push the button. Let's
Yep,
go.
that's it, mate.
I'm excited,
Let's
I gotta
go.
tell you.
3, 2, 1, fire.
Wow, didn't really do much at all,
What
did
do you
it?
think, mate?
I think that's a pretty safe screen. You can't get a better test than that. It's fair to assume that if someone, if they were trying to get in with that, they're not getting in.
It's a lot more than what's subjected in the Australian standard test.
Okay, now you said you had another test for
Yep,
us.
certainly have, mate. We're going to give the big one a shot.
The big one with the big boy. And we're going to up the ante a little bit more?
We will, yeah. We're going to hit it a lot harder.
Let the professionals do their thing.
Yep, no worries.
Okay.
Three, 2, 1, fire.
Wow. I tell you what, it made a lot of noise, but it really didn't do a lot of damage, did
No,
it?
certainly didn't.
Now, you're not getting through that. Okay, you ready for this?
Yeah.
Can we shoot at that?
Why not? Let's do it.
This is great. I
All
love
right,
my
mate,
job.
come
Come
on.
on.
3, 2, 1, fire.
To protect your family, go to clearshield.com.au.